Hello viewers, how are you today? Hope you are going well. Now we are going to solve Cambridge 20 test on reading passage on. Here first 6 questions are true false not given and rest of 7 are fill in the blanks. So what we will do to get band 9 score or to save time? At first we will read first 2 questions from each section and highlight the keyword that we will search from the passage. Between two sections come first with last on. The fill in the blanks is about New Zealand's kakapo and first heading is a type of parrot. Here kakapo and parrot is not our search word because the passage is about kakapo and parrot, so we cannot find it easily. The first blank is that consists of fern fronds, various parts of a tree and dash. The rules is the word or phrase that remain before or after and. You always try to find out the synonym when you search it from the passage. Here the search word is diet and the target word is various parts of a tree. The next blank is nests are created in dash where eggs are laid. Here the search word is nests and eggs. Try to hold these keywords in your brain when you solve true false not given. Let's jump to the true false not given. First question is there are other parrots that share the kakapo's inability to fly. Here the search words are other parrots, inability to fly, and target word is share inability. If we do not get connection between other parrots and kakapo, then it will be not given. Before going to the passage, check second questions also and highlight the search words. Adult kakapo produce 6 every year. Here search words are adult kakapo and 6. Target words are produce and every year. We will use search word to find out the location of answer and target word to correct the answer. Now note down the short technique to find true, false or not given. If you get the similar connection between search word and target word, then it is true. And if you get the opposite connection between them, then it is false. And no connection indicates not given. That's it. Now come to the passage. The kakapo is a nocturnal, flightless parrot that is critically endangered and one of New Zealand's unique treasures. It is out of passage, so just avoid it. The kakapo, also known as the owl parrot, so kakapo and owl parrot is same, is a large forest dwelling bird with a pale owl-like face. Up to 64 cm in length, it has predominantly yellow-green feathers, forward-facing eyes, a large grey beak, large blue feet, and relatively short wings and tail. In these first two sentences, all information is about kakapo's outlook, no information about fly and other parrot. Use of comma and dash. When you read, always mind it, comma and dash give you same kind of information. In some case, you can take one part from there to fill the meaning of sentence, or you can also remove some parts. It is the world's only flightless parrot and is also possibly one of the world's longest living birds, with a reported lifespan of up to 100 years. Here, flightless means inability to fly. So it means kakapo is the world's only flightless parrot. There is no other parrots that cannot fly. So kakapo's inability to fly is not shared by other parrots. In this judgment, answer of question number 1 is false. Even now, we do not get any other search word. So take a look from question number 3. Adult male kakapo bring food back to nesting females. Here search words are male, female and target is bring food to female. Kakapo are solitary birds and tend to occupy the same home range for many years. They forage on the ground and climb high into trees. They often leap from trees and flap their wings, but at best manage a controlled distance to the ground. They are entirely vegetarian, with their diet including the leaves, roots, and bark of trees, as well as bulb and fern fronds. Here, vegetarian and diet is connected with diet question number 7. Now we will find for various parts of trees. Leaves, roots, and bark are the various parts of tree. Fern fronds is also given in question. So bulbs is the only part of tree that is not given in the question. So it is the answer, and as well as is the synonym of ant. Now take a look from question number 9. The dash of the kakapo are used to make clothes. Here sarsod is clothes and target is used to. Kakapo breed in summer and autumn, but only in years when food is plentiful. Here breed is connected with produce 6. Question number 2. In years means every year, but only in years when food is plentiful means they do not produce 6 every year. So answer of question number 2 is false. Now move to the question number 4. The Polynesian rat was a greater threat to the kakapo than Polynesian settlers. Here sarsod is the Polynesian rat, Polynesian shelters, and target is greater threat. Males play no part in incubation or chick rearing. Females alone incubate eggs and feed the chicks. Here, male and female keywords are connected with question number 3. Males play no part in incubation or chick rearing. Females alone feed the chicks. So, adult male kakapo do not bring food. Female alone handle everything. Here question number 3 is false. Now come to the question number 5. Kakapo are transferred from Rakoura Island to other locations because they were at risk from feral cats. Here sarsod are Rakoura Island, other locations, and target is risk from feral cats. The 1 to 4 eggs are laid in soil, which is repeatedly turned over before and during incubation. Here X is our sarsod for number 8 blank. Where eggs are laid, answer is soil. So now focus on number 10 blank. Arrival of European colonies dash were an animal which they introduced that ate the kakapo's food source. Here sarsod is European animal food source. The female kakapo has to spend long periods away from the nest searching for food, which leaves the unattached eggs and chicks particularly vulnerable to predators. Here there is no information about clothes, rat and shelters. Before humans arrive, kakapo are common throughout New Zealand's forest. However, this all changed with the arrival of the first Polynesian shelters about 7,000 years ago. Here, Polynesian shelters is our keyword, but rat is missing still for question number 4. And it is hints for question number 9. So to solve question number 9, we need to find out clothes. Let's go forward. For the early shelters, the flightless kakapo was easy prey. They ate its meat and used its feathers to make soft cloaks. Here soft cloaks is one kind of clothes and it is made by feathers. So answer is feathers. Now move to the question number 11. Protecting kakapo. Richard Henry, a conservationist, tried to protect the kakapo. A definite sighting of female kakapo on Rakoura Island was reported in the year dash. Here keywords are protecting, Richard Henry, sighting of female. Rakura Island, year. With them come the Polynesian dog and rat, which also preyed on kakapo. Here, with them means shelter and dog and rat, all of them hunt kakapo. For question number 4, there is no comparison between them, so answer is not given. Now, question number 6 is on recovery plan initiative that helped increase the kakapo's population size was caring for struggling young birds. Here search is plan, population size, young birds, and target word is increase. By the time European colonizers arrived in the early 18th, kakapo had become confined to the central North Iceland and forest part of the South Iceland. The fall in kakapo numbers was accelerated by European colonies. Here European colonies is an indication for question number 10, fill in the blanks. A great deal of habitat was lost throughout forest clearance, and introduced species such as deer depleted the remaining forest of food. Another search word also found here, that is food. Now find out the animal name, which is deer. So answer is deer for question number 10. Let's see question number 12. The recovery plan include an increase in dash. Here search word is plan, which is included is answer, but it should be increase. Other predators such as cats, storks, and 2 more species of rat are also introduced. The kakapo are in serious trouble. Here, there is no word connected with Iceland and protection. In 1894, the New Zealand government launched its first attempt to save the kakapo. Conservationist Richard Henry led an effort to relocate several hundreds of the bird to predator-free Resolution Island in Fiordland. Here, protection and Richard Henry, we can see this search word for question number 11. Now we need to find out the year in which female kakapo was found. Here 1894 year is included, but no evidence about sighting female kakapo. Unfortunately, the Iceland did not remain predator free. Short arrived within 6 years, eventually destroying the kakapo population. By the mid-90s, the kakapo was particularly a lost species. Only a few clung to life in the most island parts of the New Zealand. Here, 19th year is included, but no evidence about sighting female kakapo. From 1949 to 1973, the newly formed New Zealand Wildlife Service made over 60 expeditions to find kakapo, focusing mainly on Fiordland. 6 are caught, but there is no females among them, and all but one died within a few months of captivity. Here, no specific year and no information about Rakura Island. In 1974, a new initiative was launched, and by 1977, 18 more kakapo are found in Fiordland. However, there are still no females. In 1977, a large population of males was spotted in Rakura, a large island free from shores, fruits, and oils. There are about 2,000 individuals, and in 1980, it was confirmed females are also present. These birds have been the foundation of all subsequent work in managing the species. Here, Rakura is spotted, and 1980 females presence also confirmed. So the answer for question number 11 is 1980. For question number 13, a current goal of the recovery plan is to maintain the involvement of dash in kakapo protection. So here, search word is current goal, recovery, and protection. Unfortunately, predation by feral cats on Rakura Island led to a rapid decline in kakapo numbers. Here, feral cats is a threat for kakapo, so indication of question number 5. As a result, during 1980 to 1997, the surviving population was evacuated to the three islands sanctioned: Catfish Island, Mud Island, and Little Barrier Island. In this line, we understand that Kakapo moved three islands. So question number 5 is true. However, breeding success was hard to achieve. Rats are found to be a major predator of Kakapo chicks, and an insufficient number of chicks survive to offset adult mortality. By 1995, although at least 12 chicks had been produced in the Iceland, only 3 had survived. The kakapo population had dropped to 50 on birds. Here, no indication for recovery plan and increase something. Now move to the next one. The critical situation promoted an urgent review of kakapo management in New Zealand. In 1996, a new recovery plan was launched. Together with a specialist advisor group called the Kakapo Scientific and Technical Advisory Committee, and a higher amount of funding. Here, recovery plan is the indication of number 12 answer, and number question 6 answer, but together with means included. So move to the number 12 question. Now find out what increase. Higher amount means increase. So answer is funding for question number 12. Renewed steps are taken to control predators in the three islands. Cats are eradicated from Little Barrier Island in 1980, and possums are eradicated from Catfish Island by 1986. However, the population did not start to increase until rats are removed from all three islands, and the birds are more intensively managed. Here, renewed steps are taken means on recovery plan initiatives. So now search for caring for struggling young birds. This involvement moving the birds between islands, supplementary feeding of adults, and rescuing and hand raising any failing chicks. Here, failing chicks means young birds and hand raising means caring. So for question number 6 answer is true. So now focus on 13 number question, current goal. After the first 5 years of the recovery plan, the population was on target. By 2000, 5 new females had been produced, and the total population had grown to 62 birds. For the first time, there was caution optimism for the future of kakapo, and by June 2020, a total of 2010 birds was recorded. No current goal is involved here, so move to the next passage. Today, kakapo management continue to be guided by the kakapo recovery plan. Its key goals are minimize the loss of genetic diversity in the kakapo population, restore or maintain sufficient habitat to accommodate the expected increase in the kakapo population, and ensure stakeholders continue to be fully guided or engaged in the preservation of species. From here, we can see recovery plan today and the key goal. It is the indication of current goal indication. Now search for involvement of what for protection. Maintain sufficient habitat indicate protection, but none's involvement is found here. Preservation is another art of protection, and here stakeholders maintain the involvement. So the answer is stakeholder for question number 13. By following this procedure, you can save time to answer all questions and you can get band 9 score. To connect with us, subscribe and hit the bell icon. And to contact with us, check our channel homepage. You will get contact information there. You can also comment your problem about this passage or any other problems. We will try to solve it.